Okay, it's been a while since I've done a Sword Coast Legends video. The game has launched. I was quite disappointed. Um, the reviews have come in, and yeah, there's been quite a lot of controversy concerning what N-Space said we were gonna get, which was vague, sort of, there's more, and what we really got. So I'm going to show you what we really got, which was 9 new zones. They are from the campaign, from the single player story campaign. So if you haven't played through it and you actually care enough, this is going to be full of spoilers of new zones. So you want to keep that in mind. I haven't played through the single player. I've only done what I've seen, what I've shown on the stream. So there's going to be some maps here, which I've already seen now that I've actually looked through them. But there's some good stuff too. I'm not completely negative. I'm disappointed that there weren't any new creatures. Of course, there are a lot of other things I'd love to see, but maybe in time they'll add them. Maybe. I hope the game does well enough so they can continue to build it. Maybe they'll release more of the single player story campaign parts and pieces and such. Even there's like 2 creatures and such that they could add in. Maybe they'll do that in the next patch. Who knows? So, what we have here is the city. So, people were expecting a city. I actually made a video showing how to build your own city. You don't need to build your own city if you want to use Luskan. This is Luskan, I assumed. I haven't got there in the campaign, single player. But it helps to see that there are these ships here and such, so I'm guessing it's Luskan in the game. Let's go back to the start real quick. I assume when you log in, or not log in, but enter this map, it'll be always here. Check out Alt, you can see the doors. So we have here some doors here. Door here, door here. Trapdoors do not function. This is one of those gripes I was talking about. I would like to be able to use these trapdoors. Many of the rooms are already pre-laid out for you, so a lot of people were complaining that they didn't want this, that they wanted blank interiors. Obviously, the reason there are things in these is because they're in the campaign, of course. They're used. There are NPCs in here, and it's got a setting. So if you want blank rooms, there are blank rooms. But like for example, this L-shaped room, probably not going to find a blank version of this, sadly. So let's keep going on the outside here. We have another door. I have to keep pressing Alt because there's not a real indication. Like only some of the doors are there. We've got stairways. These stairways are great. As long as you can hover over them, they actually highlight, then you can use them. So we have a blacksmith. Little shop here, which is great. I would love to be able to just extract the blacksmith as a shop. There's the back door as well. Just extract it and use it, just drop it in any of my sort of outdoor settings. It'd be beautiful. Or even just use it as a location. Separate location so players just appear there. Instead of having to load in and then have to run to it. Back door. As you can see there. These are nice. I really do like them. Getting ahead of myself there. There's another one up here. Sort of an apothecary potions maker. Again, stairs, can't use them. So, like I said before, not all stairs are clickable. But I'm sure you can get as much bang out of your buck with this one. Backdoor doesn't work as well. You can make an NPC setup. Sell potions here. The strongest potions. Let's see. Here you can actually hear the people inside. So, great space. We have a tavern. Huge tavern. Staircase down. Can't go down there. I wish it was clickable. I wish you had something there. There is one tavern where you can click and go down below. Let's see. Oh, I'll show you that as we go. Rooms. Pretty basic. Still cannot extract it, so you can't just slap one in the middle of a wooded area. That's what people want. That's kind of where NCSoft, or not NCSoft, whoops, wrong company, N-Space have sort of gotten people. People want that sort of ability. Go upstairs real quick. This one's quite expansive. Ominous music. It comes with all this garbage. I mean, like the mess and everything, because it was part of the campaign. So ramshackled. Guild hall, perhaps. Or tavern down the road. Another inn. Well, tavern this time. Oh, I have not looked downstairs. Oh, yes, I did. And then there's the fight club, which I'm violating. Should talk about fight club, right? And I can hit the gong. Great. So here's your fight club down below. Back up. So we'll just keep going around. Check out all the... There's one over there. It's on the other side here. Now here's your empty, another empty one, again with the trapdoor. This is all the space you got. Comes with ominous music though. Any more? We're gonna quickly get lost in the maps here. Now we're like floating. Back around to the inn. Ah, it does dead in there anyways. Just in there. Yep. So easy to get lost. No minimap for a dungeon view. Don't know why. Like dungeon master view. Can't click up there, so can't see what's up there. It's pretty basic space. Another pretty basic space. I've used these spaces before in the videos. We're back to the metalworker, it looks like. I think there was, yes, right here. Interesting little, I don't know, druid house, like sort of herbalism. Another room, big room here. Can't use the stairs. I'm guessing it's because you couldn't use the stairs in the camp. Too much work. I think that's it. Yeah, I think that's it for this one. Let's move on. There's another city. I think it's the smaller city. It's pretty much laid out in a similar manner. Oh no, it's not. This. Oh, I should have wrote that down. Yeah. So this is a cemetery, actually. It's got a bit of habitation to it. So you have a bit of shanty sort of town here on the outskirts. I believe there might be an entrance to one of these buildings as well, somewhere. I have to look for it. Yeah, we've got a shanty town. There's the entrance to this door here. It's a really basic sort of, shed, as it were. And then you have the cemetery itself. There's some mausoleums you can go inside. Yeah, there's a mausoleum here. I'll just go into one of them. Pretty cool. I do like this. Is one of my favorite new zones. My original plan for a campaign was based around this, having mausoleums, having crypts. They're all the same. And I actually wanted a temple as well. There's another one there. Can't go in there. Some ruins. Scary tree. And so on. So it's like an area. Oh yes, I forgot you can go in here as well. Little occult room. And that's it. I mean, you can just run around a bit and have a look. They still haven't allowed us to zoom out. Here we have the entrance to a dungeon. We can't click on it, we can't use it as a dungeon entrance. This is again, sadly, something you see when you play the story campaign, is that you'll see these zones. These are like the actual zone, and then they probably have 2 or 3 dungeons off to the side. Here's a dungeon, there's a dungeon elsewhere. Of course, we can't as DMs use it, and that's a disappointment. So again, most of the bad reviews seem to be based around just the players who have been working on the game in head starts, who see all this great stuff in the campaign and they can't use it. That's disappointing. There's the entrance. New location. Forest Path is the first zone in the story campaign. This is where you find the caravan. So we start here, exactly where you would start in the story campaign. There's the chest if you bought the deluxe edition with all the deluxe edition items, and the caravans all along here. Yep. And the ambush and everything happening here as well. Off to the side, we have where some of the sort of like, where is it? Here? The bandit caves were here. Okay, again, they're gone. They've taken them out. It'd be great to be able to click on that and just put in a bandit cave there, or click there and put in any sort of cave we want to. There was another cave that was completely removed around, what was it? Around here somewhere there was a cave, I believe. There was nothing here, but there was a little thing there. And so on. There was a wolf here. It would have been nice. Oh yes, and they put this in here for some strange reason, just to give you a nice little waterfalls you can check out. Characters can't go here, but it looks cool. And that is it. That is the only large map on Forest. There's not really much to see. Disappointing. The other Forest maps are tiny little maps. This is a huge spoiler. I can only guess because I haven't gotten there yet. But you have a portal, dark portal here. And it's called Underdark Island. And I assume it's just a big boss room. The problem with that, for DMs, is useless. Also, DMs cannot put bosses. Like, I can't put a boss battle here. That's only in dungeons. Only when you can click on add boss room can you choose a boss. So it's like, what am I going to do with this? I could slap down an NPC, but it's not going to be a beholder. It's not going to be one of these giant demons or undead creatures. And presumably, when they put dragons in, because there's a dragon in the campaign, there's not a dragon in the boss drop down or as a creature in the game. So if they ever do put those in, which they should, I still can't use them in an outdoor area like this. I have to use them in a dungeon room. Still looks cool. I look forward to playing this far into the single player. I was really impressed with the Duergar cities. They are cool. If they produce a similar content for the dwarves, it'll just be so awesome. As it is, we only have cities for humans and Duergar, which are bad dwarves. So, yeah. I'm not going to be using this, obviously, unless I do something dwarven-centric. It's cool. It's kind of like what Ironforge in WoW originally was meant to be. Multi-level. You can imagine Blackrock Mountain being like this, from this perspective. Pretty nice. So this is really, really excellent. There are some rooms. There's even a tavern. I guess you could use this as a generic dwarven as well if you wanted to. They eat pies like dwarves. I don't remember where the tavern was, however. I haven't looked through all these myself, so there was, it might be in one of the other maps where you actually see the tavern, which was cool. That's enough of that. But yeah, it's just, this is the sort of content I'd love to see more of, and I'd love to see an elven city, halfling village, you name it. Drow, we don't have a drow city. That would be something to see as well. Not all of these are cities. Some of them are just parts, bits and pieces. Nothing much to see. Whoa, and there are quite a lot of rooms here. I'm gonna guess it's all refinery and storage. Yeah. Interesting. Not the most exciting, but still you get an idea. There must be some big doors here. It's got a nice feel. It's a good flavor. They definitely put in some good tile sets here. Once we can get the tile sets where we can just build what we want, that's the hope, that's the dream, as it were, then we can do some cool stuff. But there needs to be more tile sets, of course, before we can do that. Here we get a bit of the Underdark. Get a bit of interesting pathing going on there. I think this is called the Duergar Tower. And it's more of a gigantic sort of dam structure. It's pretty cool looking. I think there's one room as well. Yeah, you can go around, down. And I think there's, yes, there's this here. Not much to see. There's another cave down, which was a dungeon, which we don't have access to. Can we even get out? Good question. I have been here before. Whee. There we go. And there's another room here as well, which can I jump over? It is here. And again, it goes into this room, storage room. Nothing special. Bit disappointing. Oh, and there's a chest here. As a DM, this is all you see. Chest unlocked. Don't even think you can remove that, so it's just like, well, there's a chest sitting around every time I build this map. Can't do much about it. Ooh. For some reason, this might be a spare. I've not checked this out myself. This is the first time. I have no clue what this is then. Okay. It's set up similar to this looks like a dungeon. Why, yes it is. This would be a dungeon, that's why. My bad. Wasn't intending to put any dungeons in. This is the biggest spoiler of all. Sanctuary. It's not Sanctuary from Planescape. I think Sanctuary was the name. I can't remember. That could be Diablo 3, I'm thinking, or Diablo 2. But this is Elysium. It's one of the planes. So presumably this is a portal that takes you to the last boss or something, I'm assuming. Why else would you be in heaven? This is it. That is all. I don't know when you'd use this, if ever. It's an odd choice to throw in to give to the DMs, but if you're interested, you can use it. If we had some sort of like storm giants, this would be great. Just throw in some storm giants. It's up really high in the mountain somewhere. Clouds and such. Looks pretty cool. That is it in terms of locations. Dungeons are still the same standard set of dungeons. Nothing's changed there. Got Bandit Caves, Castle, Catacombs, Drow Caves, Duergar Stronghold, and the Sewers, Fighter Cave, Lost Mines. But yeah, I don't know how that other location got thrown in here. That was weird. I'll really quickly open that Creed area. City, Forest. It's all the standard stuff. Duergar City. Large, medium, and small tower. So. And that is it. it. Hopefully they'll put out some more content, and I'll give you a bit of a chance to familiarize yourself with the new content when it comes out. I'm thinking also of going ahead and continuing my series on the story, so I'm gonna see, since I have to start over again, I have to go get back to that point. Haven't played the game since launch, so need to jump back, get that in, and then see how I feel about doing a series. It's only about 20 hours, the game, the story campaign, so at 20-25 hours. Yeah, that would be my first like let's play series, so we'll see. Anyways, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.